In this video, we will see how to do A2P 10DLC registration in GoHighLevel. For those who do not know what it is basically a process of getting your GoHighLevel US or Canada-based phone number SMS verified. So let me explain that. Let's say you own a US or Canada-based business and you have a GoHighLevel account, whether through GoHighLevel, agency level, or you are on a white label setup. If you want to send SMS from that GoHighLevel account to your leads, your prospects, to your clients, your members, whatever, you need to go through this process so your phone number is SMS verified and SMS enabled. This process is not the easiest thing in the world to do, but also it's not very complicated, which is why I'm making this video so I can make it as simple as I can for you. Let's talk about the process. The process begins with your sub account. So you need to be logged in your GoHighLevel account, and you must be in a sub account. So sub account is basically where all the sales and marketing stuff happens, where the agency level basically what holds all the sub accounts together. And you can have multiple sub accounts under the agency level, if that makes sense. Once you are in a sub account like this, where I am right now, it's a business account called Company X. Once you're here, you will go to settings and you will go to phone numbers, and then you have to purchase a phone number. Just click on add number. And if you are trying to get a US phone number, just select US here, go to filters, and then provider will be number. And then you will type the first 3 digits of the phone number or the phone code of the area. So let's say I am from Miami, Florida. I will do is, because Miami, Florida has multiple phone codes, I will just go with one of them, like 786. And then here I'll say match to the first part of the number, and I can take off MMS and also toll free because we are looking for a local phone number. For toll free numbers, the registration is different. It's not A2P. It's just a number registration. But for local phone numbers, we need this. So we will hit apply. It will give us a bunch of phone numbers, which you can just choose from one of them, whichever one you think that will be memorizable, and then click on proceed to buy. So this process is very simple. Once you click on this, this will purchase the number for you, and then they will ask you to do the A2P process or start the A2P 10 DLC process. So once we purchase the number from here, we won't start the A2P just yet because we need to make some arrangements. So we are sure that our A2P process will be verified and we won't be rejected. I have a document over here. This document is also available on this video's description. So go ahead and open it up. Basically, what you need to do is you need to load this funnel. So I have a funnel over here. You need to load this funnel onto your GoHighLevel account. This is one of my agency accounts. So I'll just click on add funnel. You need to move this funnel to the sub account, and it needs to be the same sub account where we are doing the A2P registration. I'm not going to do it because I already have it on my sub account over here. So this is that funnel, A2P plus appointment booking funnel. So if you open it up, you will see 3 pages. Number 1 is a booking page. Number 2 is a thank you page. Number 3, terms and conditions page. So we will just open it up, and while it's being opened, we will go to settings, and here you need to quickly create a calendar. So creating a calendar is very simple. We already have one over here. So if you just click on new, just click on any of these options and then select create the calendar. Once the calendar is created, you'll come back to the page here and you will say select calendar from here, and you can upload your logo. If you don't want to do that, it's fine, but I highly recommend uploading a logo here and then putting your phone number. Can be an A2P number as well, like the number you purchased from here, so you can update it here. But anyway, once you do that, you need to just change the headline to whatever makes sense for your business. So if you're offering an inspection, you can do it. If you're a consultation-based thing, you can do it. Once you do that, you need to come over here. So this terms and conditions is linked to the terms page over here, right? So leave it as it is for now, but make sure everything else is taken care of, like the logo, phone number, and the calendar is definitely selected here. And then here, the calendar step needs to be go to next step, which is the thank you page. So just save it for now. Let's go to the thank you page. Again, upload the logo here, or let's just get rid of this from here. Visit our website, you can do this. And this doesn't really make, a lot of difference, so you can leave it as it is. But the third one, which is the terms and conditions page, here, I have put all the content that needs to be there, but still there are some other stuff you need to do. So here in the document, if you have a look where it says at minimum, your terms and conditions will need to have the boilerplate statement. So just copy everything from here and go to the terms and conditions page anywhere, basically just maybe duplicate this. So we have 2 of this now and get rid of one of them, paste this following text. So once you do that, what's going to happen is you need to select the business name here. So I'll just say Company X. This will be the name of the company, and it will be the legal business name, by the way. And then here you will just insert program description here, a brief description of the type of messages users can expect upon opting in. So I'll say when users opt in, they will receive appointment confirmation and reminders after booking an appointment with our company. Something like this. You can get rid of some of the spacing from here. So this will be the name of the business email. So it will be info@companyx.com, something like this. Again, this will be a valid email. You can cancel the SMS. So everything remains as it is. But here at the end, you need to include the privacy policy page. So the privacy policy will be on your website. So it can be https companyx.com/privacy policy. Again, this will be a valid privacy policy page. So once that's done, you will save that. Everything else stays as it is. You can just keep it very simple here. Then you need to make this funnel live. I have a video in this video's description on how to add a subdomain or a domain to GoHighLevel funnels. Just go through that, add a domain or a subdomain to this funnel. So this funnel is published. When that funnel is published, you will find a link. For example, if I just go to settings and publish this funnel right now, I have a subdomain right here. So I'll just make it live right now. You need to actually connect a subdomain, by the way. Once a funnel is live, it will give you a page like this. So you'll just basically copy this, go to settings and go to custom values. If you have imported my funnel from here, if you have loaded this funnel, it will give you a bunch of custom values where you need to just go and update the terms and conditions link right here. And the business name needs to be also updated. So I'll just update that. So it will be Company X. So with that being done, we can now finally get started with our campaign setup, which is the A2P process. Let's just quickly go back to our funnel, go to the booking page and open it up. Oh, also, one more thing to do here is in your privacy policy page, which is on the website, you need to make sure this text is updated. So you need to put this text somewhere on the privacy policy page because they may check your privacy policy page, right? So once everything looks good here, you'll go to the use cases. So I will go to the funnel over here. So I've opened it up, it loads, and again, upload the logo and the number, update that stuff. Then I will go to settings. So I'll just wait until this trust center option arrives. Once the trust center option is visible, I will go here and then I will start registering now. Again, we need to select it's a US or Canada based business. And then we will say the business has a tax ID. Now here you will put the legal business name. So it can be Company X LLC. Select the type of business from here. And then here you will say EIN because it's a US based business. And then here you need to put the valid EIN number. So that's the employer identification number. Every business has it in US. So just do that like this. It will be in the following format. Once you do that, you'll come over here, select the right business industry. So I'll just say construction. Business email will be info@companyx.com. Website URL can be HTTPS, or let's just put my business here. These all need to be valid. It can't be anything that's not live. You are putting a website here that's not live. It's never going to work. They all want valid information. So here you'll select US and Canada. Just do continue, and then the country will obviously be United States. So select it from here. State can be Arizona, Mesa, Arizona. Just put any postcode, not any postcode. In your case, it will be a legal or registered business address. Once that's done, you'll go here and then this will be your information as the business owner or as someone who represents the business. So I'll just put my details here and these all need to be valid. So I'll just say my email here and then I can just put my phone number. Just put any phone number here. There we go. So it will be your actual number, not the business number. And once you do this, you'll just select one of these following. So I'll just do CEO. Once you hit continue, they will send you an OTP in this email address. And if you're not using a business email, they will ask for further verification, like upload your ID and stuff, which is a pain. So I would highly recommend putting a business email here, like I have put. So it can't be something at gmail.com, something at yahoo.com. It needs to be something at yourbusiness.com and it needs to be valid. You need to actually have an inbox for this. So once you hit continue, they will send you an OTP in your email, which you need to put here. So as you can see, it sent me an OTP. And let me just find my OTP real quick. Hey everyone, just wanted to take a quick moment to share my school community where if you join, you get to ask me questions about issues you're facing on Go High Level Ads Automation AI. You can also be a part of the weekly coaching sessions where I conduct training on many different topics and we do a Q&A session after that. Besides, you get free access to a lot of my courses that I'm not uploading on YouTube anymore. Some of them you can already see on the screen. Also, there are members only discounts. So if you join, you get 50% off on my courses, my snapshots, my funnels, everything. That's pretty much what I want to share. See you on the other side. Okay, I have it. So I'll just upload it here, verify. As you can see, email is verified. So I'll just do continue. And here I would recommend going for low volume standard. So just hit I acknowledge and then go to the next step. So this is the final stage where you need to upload a bunch of information. And good thing about it is I have already put all the information for you in this document. So once you have this document ready, you will just bring it in here and then first is the use case. So just copy whatever there is here. And remember we did a funnel where we had a calendar. So just copy this link and where it says appointments.yourwebsite.com, just upload it here. The business name will be company. This will be the legal business name, by the way. Everything else stays the same. Here, you need to upload your company privacy policy page. And once that's done, you'll come over here under sample messages, just copy of any of these consultation with, I'll just basically copy the name from here and update this business name, your consultation with. Basically what we're trying to say is we will use this number to send appointment confirmation reminders. And that's the easiest way to get verified. So 25th October. So that's the first sample message. The second sample message is this one. And again, I'll just copy the name from here and update it. Since it says tomorrow, we'll just need to update the time. You can just take off message will include embedded link because SMS don't really have embedded links. But if you have links you're sending through SMS, you can just do this. And the message will include phone numbers is also fine. Just hit continue, go to the next step. And here you need to do this, users opt-in, and just copy the link from here again. And the last one is opt-in message. So thank you for, again, update the name here. Once it's done, just hit submit. So once you submit that, it will start the brand registration. So the brand registration takes a few minutes to an hour. When it's done, you need to come back here and then start the campaign registration. So when you hit submit, the brand registration will be in review. And when it's reviewed, you just come back and then click on the campaign registration and just start the campaign registration. One more thing you need to do, which is very important. If you come over here where it says in your calendar form, add the following TNC message. What I will do is I will just open it up in another tab right here. On the calendar, if we go to the calendar right here, if you edit this calendar, go to forms and payment. Right now, it's default form, which has a consent box, which needs to be obviously on. What you can do is you can just copy whatever I have here on top of the document. Just go here and put it here like this. Update the information. And here where it says the number example, you'll just update the number with whatever you have purchased from high level. That's why I said purchase the number first and then go for the A2P registration. So whatever you have here, just update that. Let's say I bought this number from high level for this account. I have updated this number here and that's it. So I'll just do save. Now if I go back and then I go to the booking page, if I select a date and time from here, don't think it's updated yet, but it will be in a second. As you can see, it updated here in the calendar, but in the funnel, when you put a calendar, it takes a while before it updates because of the cache. Just wait for some time and then it will be updated and it must be like this. And if you're doing marketing, you need to add a bit more information, but I won't recommend doing marketing emails or marketing text messages to people. But if you are doing marketing anyway, you need to include some more stuff, which I will obviously put in this document over here. Under this one, you can just add a bit more wording. We may send you marketing messages and I agree to receiving marketing messages. That's it. But right now, this is designed for just sending notifications. Should be fine for other use cases. But if you do a lot of marketing messages to these people, you may get blacklisted. So you need to be careful about that. So once that's done, you'll just submit this. And again, once the brand is registered, when the brand is approved, you can just come back and then do the campaign where you don't have to do anything for campaign registration. For example, I submitted the brand for this sub account in another Go High Level account. As you can see, the brand is approved. When I hit submit, the brand was approved, but now I need to submit the campaign. So I'll just to resubmit or, start submitting. In your case, it will be, I'll just go through everything. You don't need to change anyway. So I'll just check mark this and hit submit. This will take the campaign in review, and the campaign will be approved within 24 to 48 hours nowadays. So once you do that, everything's sorted. Your A2P will be hopefully verified, and you need to strictly follow these methods, like put the privacy policy wordings in your privacy policy page, update the terms and conditions page on the GoHighLevel funnel that you will load from here, and make sure the calendar consent box has this wording. And obviously you'll use these use cases and make sure to update the stuff before actually submitting it. With that being said, this is the process of getting A2P verified. Again, it's not the simplest thing in the world, but it's not really difficult either. If you follow just how I explained it, hopefully it will be verified for you too. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions about the A2P registration or anything else regarding GoHighLevel phone numbers, and I will see you in the next one.